With a 97% loss of subscriber growth, paired with a 75% decrease in viewership, the Arcade Craniacs went from an innocent arcade machine channel to a tragic tale of psychological and physical abuse. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create high-value documentaries on content creators, so if you like this style of content, make sure you subscribe, because this is how the Arcade Craniacs lost everything. And to truly understand this tragic story, we have to start from where it all began. The Arcade Craniacs journey started on the 15th of July 2017. With humble beginnings in the arcade machine niche, the couple Nichole and Edward would visit various locations to play minigames and arcades. The production quality wasn't great, but the videos had a feel of realness to them, as they'd frequently film themselves losing rather than just skipping to the wins all the time.
Winner's cube. Winner's cube is pretty cool. I'm gonna go for this Star Wars Legos. Let's see.
It looks pretty chill.
Right there.
Right there.
Oh! Star Wars Lego. What is it? Legos?
I don't know.
Oh!
First go, dude. That is so sick.
It is Legos.
Perfect.
They'd go on to publish 28 videos before reaching the milestone of 10,000 subscribers. With Edward managing the editing and uploading, and Nichole being the main character as well as the cameraman, the duo had a charismatic dynamic, and on the 20th of October, would publish a video titled, "Hang for 100 seconds, win giant prize."
Oh no! You passed the 1 minute though. Come on! Oh man! Yeah, good job.
I get it, man. I want to try it again, kind of. But like, if I get my hands.
You won't, because your arms are gonna. You've done it so long that your arms are gonna be
God.
weary. That's fine. That was a good job though. Good job. Here, give me 5.
Even though they failed the challenge, this video would go on to be their first viral video, getting 2.8 million views and sending their channel from 40,000 subscribers all the way up to 55,000 subscribers in just 2 weeks. Whilst everything seemed to be going well, a particular trend began arising on the channel. Videos with a thumbnail featuring Nichole were getting more views than the rest, and Edward started using this more and more often, getting Nichole to pose in odd provocative positions in the thumbnails, this time aiming for an older audience and not just the audience from the previous children they were catering to.
And I'm gonna do like a Superman. One more time.
Although the thumbnails were getting more and more clickbaity, the content was still nevertheless entertaining, and they would gain respect from their audience by frequently giving prizes to random kids at the parks. You know how you can gain respect from all your peers without giving prizes to random kids at parks? Well, that'd be with this video's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Join me in one of the best iOS and Android games with new sets of champions and bosses of the Doom Tower lore. This colossal tower is basically a giant prison, and to climb it, you'll have to take down the Doom Tower bosses that can ignore your champion's block debuffs, drain their turn meters, or strip them of their buffs. Form your own army of champions and raid your way. Raid has a ton happening this month, including a giant feature called Awakening, and a brand new dungeon, Iron Twins Fortress. By taking down the Iron Twins, you can awaken your champions, granting them a powerful blessing that can transform how they perform in battle. But that's not all. They just released a super powered legendary version of everyone's favorite champion, Death Knight. And the best part is, you can get him for free. Use the DK Rises promo code for a bunch of free items to instantly level up your new strongest champion all the way to level 50, 5-star ascension, and if you click the link in my description or scan my QR code on screen, you'll get unique bonuses worth around $30, plus a free epic champion, Tyrell, 200,000 in silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here. Now back to the video. Entering 2019, the Arcade Craniacs were now averaging 100,000 views per video. It would only take 3 months until on the 17th of March they reached a phenomenal milestone of 100,000 subscribers. Things were looking up for them, and on the 27th of May, they would publish a video titled, "Trying to use Monopoly money at the arcade." At first this video may seem like any other video from them, but this video was actually a huge success, pulling in over 2.2 million views and causing a snowball effect on the channel, and from here on out, each video began gaining an increased viewership, allowing them to end the year tripling their sub count to a massive 300,000 subscribers. Now entering 2020, things quickly took a turn for the worse, as the world will be struck by lockdowns rendering all arcades closed and completely shutting off the niche for Arcade Craniacs. This big change would cause them to pivot and find new content, to both sustain their income and also entertain their audience. It was the worst possible time to have this roadblock, as everything seemed to have been going perfectly up until this point. Around the time, these cringeworthy fake horror videos were becoming a popular meme on YouTube, and from the perspective of Edward and Nichole, this was the perfect time to try it out for themselves, to ride off the trend and hopefully still entertain and build upon their audience. So on the 4th of July, they'd published a video titled, "5 Kids Missing at Chuck E. Cheese, What Happened?" And even though this video is so different to the rest of their content, it would be a success, getting over 2.6 million views. And with comments such as, "I hate scary stuff, but this caught my eye and now I'm kind of addicted to these types of videos," it was evident that the audience didn't mind the shift of content. With the virality of the Chuck E. Cheese video in mind, Arcade Craniacs would pump out another 55 videos based on Chuck E. Cheese. Videos with blatantly clickbait titles such as, "Chuck E. Cheese stole my car at 3 AM, he crashed," "Attacked by Chuck E. Cheese, 5 kids missing," and "Don't go to Chuck E. Cheese at 3 AM. The videos became a popular meme across the YouTube community, and channels like Penguin Zero would react to the content.
I think the most haunted and scary part about 3 AM videos on YouTube is the fact that the people that do them are exactly the same. Like, I bet if you looked at their DNA, it's the exact same fucking DNA but in a different meat suit. They say the same things, they have the exact same script, they act the exact same way. It's fucking creepy. I wouldn't be surprised if in 10 years from now it comes out that 3 AM videos on YouTube were actually a DARPA experiment to test their robotics, and they all use the exact same programming, which is why all of these people make the exact same fucking video saying the identical things to one another, despite them having no relation to each other. It's pretty wild shit. It's like some actual malfunctioning video game Matrix shit in the real world.
The publicity and notoriety would blow up their channel, as they began to gain hundreds of thousands of subscribers every month, up to a peak of 780,000 new subscribers in May of 2021, leaving the channel at 2.8 million subscribers by August. But what comes up must come down, and for Arcade Craniacs, things sure did. When in the October of 2021, Edward would go live on Instagram, having a meltdown and discussing the end of his relationship with Nichole that happened a month ago, as well as discussing how he mistreated her and messed everything up.
We'll go in the car and like it'll be only my music, and it's like I forget that, you know, she wants to put music too, but it's just like, it's like I'm just in my head. Or like when we watch TV, like she's like, "Can I put a movie on?" I'm like, "Well, let's watch a movie that we both watch." But I'm like, damn, like fucking like get to know her, like let her fucking put whatever she wants. And that's what I was doing for the last week, the last month, letting her put. We watched so many things, dude. We watched Hereditary, we watched The Shining, we watched so many movies that she wanted to watch with me all along, and it's just like, damn it, dude, I wish there was a fucking time machine.
As a result of this, viewers felt a lot of sympathy for Edward, and then would target Nichole for not wanting to get back together with him. But with the harassment from the Arcade Craniacs audience, Nichole was forced to open up about something very dark that had been happening behind the scenes the whole time, posting an Instagram story accusing Edward of allegedly grooming her at the age of 17 whilst he was 23.
Because they'd always say things like, "How do you know about that? You were born in 1998. How?" And just a side note, I used to be ashamed of being born in 1998 because older men would always make me feel stupid about it, while at the same time commenting about how mature I was for my age. And by the way, if anybody is telling you you're mature for your age and is trying to get in your pants, please run away as fast as possible, because they're just catering to what they think that you want to hear.
This story would be the start of a huge controversy around the channel, with Nichole's accusations towards Edward's grooming and Edward's constant denial of its legitimacy. Due to Edward's denial, Nichole would continue to post screenshots and unarchived posts proving the accusations to be true. And because of this, Edward would post a compilation of videos saying Nichole was faking the accusations and lying, claiming that she was doing it all to be relevant because she was, quote, irrelevant.
I cannot believe what the fuck I just read on Nichole's story, making the worst fake fucking accusation about me. Now, I have not even talked about her in fucking months so we could move on with our fucking lives, but she always has to bring my fucking name up so she could be relevant because she's irrelevant now. I legit have proof on the next story to show you that it's all bullshit. You can't believe everything on the fucking internet. Fuck that shit, dude. And you know what? You know what's the most fucked up thing? Is that a lot of you guys have no idea what happens behind the scenes when we broke up. Has she called me saying that she misses me, how much she loves me, how she did the worst decision in her life in breaking up with me? I legit have proof, okay? But to her, I'm the worst person. And that's all she does, is talk about me. Only my name.
Denying the accusations and evidence would ultimately add fuel to the fire, as a week later, Nichole published a video on her channel titled, "I Was Groomed, Hidden in Plain Sight." A 1.5-hour video going deep into the allegations and her abusive relationship with Edward.
And I was still the bitch and the whore and the crazy person. So I expect backlash from this, and I accept it.
So I'm Nichole for now. But she's knocked out, and I take a picture of her knocked out as well.
Nichole would reveal screenshots of Edward jokingly lying about being 16 after finding out Nichole was 17.
He asked me how old I was, and I told him the truth. I told him that I was 17. And he initially made a joke saying that he was 16, which I kind of believed because firstly I was so naive, and I just couldn't really tell from his profile, honestly. But he clarified after he said the joke that he was indeed 23 years old.
This would be one of the many red flags addressed by Nichole, including being cheated on, being attacked by Edward's other girlfriend, and being brought alcohol whilst being underaged. Nichole was stuck in a situation where she was forced to live with Edward and go through the abuse. She wouldn't be allowed to leave the house without Edward knowing, and would be psychologically manipulated by him.
That make me feel compellingly bad for my younger self. Like, I feel so bad for her because she was so beautiful and so naive and just so easily taken advantage of and humiliated. And I would do anything to help my younger self. I would do anything to change that because of how much pain it is. It's so painful to see older pictures of me, honestly, because of everything that I was going through. I don't even see myself as that person anymore. It's so depersonalizing, and I don't even know. I felt like I have not known who I am for a while, and this is something that I discussed with my therapist. I feel like I'm figuring it out. He came inside me intentionally, and I think he did this because I was breaking up with him. And he knew that he needed to do something to get me to stay. And as soon as that happened, I felt so disgusted and violated and hopeless. I immediately told him, "Why did you do that?" And I started panicking. And his explanation for this was that he wanted to show me how much he loved me. That he loved me so much that he didn't even care if he got me pregnant.
There were many other disturbing events discussed in the video, so if you want to find out more, there will be a link to it at the end of this video. Nichole's video would cause the Arcade Craniacs channel to have a steep decline in growth, as the older fans became more aware of the horrible actions and events going on behind the scenes. But whilst the channel did lose 20,000 subscribers in the first week of December 2021, it didn't seem like it had stopped the channel from growing, as the content continued to target a younger audience, who were unaware and unable to comprehend the darkness behind the channel. Thanks to other creators on YouTube, the tragic background of Arcade Craniacs has become almost common knowledge, but unfortunately, many are still unaware and continue to support the channel. As for Edward's response, he did publish a 3-minute video discussing it, but after the video had more dislikes compared to likes, the video was mysteriously deleted. And to this day, Arcade Craniacs posts the same content, with the exception of Nichole of course, instead replacing her with some random other girls. As for Nichole, she currently has 3 channels, Healthy Moon Podcast, Nikki Carry On, and Nikki Land, all of which she is relatively active on. It seems like the Arcade Craniacs channel will slowly die out, just as Nichole starts off her new career independent of Edward. And that is how Arcade Craniacs destroyed their reputation. Comment below what you think on this topic and subscribe for more content.